It is a Saturday showdown here in Stanford, California. The number 5 Stanford Cardinal host the Boston College Eagles as ACC action continues. Hello, everyone. I'm Jenna Becerra with you on the call here on ACC Network Extra. It is just the second time ever these two teams have faced each other. Last time, and the only time, was nearly 20 years ago at the Boston College Invitational, September 1st, 2005. The Card were victorious then, but both teams were victorious just 24 hours ago. Stanford swept Syracuse here at Maples Pavilion, and Boston College pulled off the reverse sweep against Cal in Berkeley. Also, Stanford's 90th win here at Maples under head coach Kevin Hambly, who's in his 8th season. Can the Cardinal maintain their home court advantage? Or can Boston College hang on to some momentum on the road? This is how they'll look going up against Stanford. Hallie Schroeder, Aubrey Moore, Anna Harrington, Brooklyn Yellen, Cornelia Roach, Julia Haggerty, and Morgan Riddle all getting the call here to start things off for the Eagles. On Stanford's side, Cami Miner, Anna Pringle, Jordan Harvey, Lizzie Andrew, Elia Rubin back after taking a break, being unavailable yesterday, and Sammy Francis, the 6'6" senior, holding it down for Stanford. It's the pink match as well. It is in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's a giveaway today of the pink jerseys. The band director's even holding a pink ribbon as he's directing the band. Both teams are representing in their own ways. Boston College with pink shoes all month long. Pringle with the initial serve. Eagles trying to recover there. As it's Miner to Rubin. Diving save there. And that's wide from the Eagles. So the first point going to the Stanford Cardinal. Pringle will continue to serve, and the details of the recognition of this pink match do not go unnoticed. Even the lines on the court, if you can see, are pink as that serve goes long to even things up. And the Eagles with their first serving opportunity. Stanford jerseys, of course, fade into pink on the sleeves. The libero Ogilvy in all pink with her top today. Harvey dug up by the Eagles. The tip attempt. There she goes again. Miner to Hurt. Rubin off the block. Miner to Andrew. What a dig. What a rally. Harvey gets it done. In the end, the Stanford Cardinal come up on top to retake the lead. Now serving for the number 5 team in the country, Elena Ogilvy, the 5th year out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Preseason All-ACC honoree. The first year for Stanford in that conference. And the Eagles tie it up again. A big time swing there to even things up, the side out. Sophia Lambros now in, the grad student out of Fullerton, to serve. Made the all-academic team in the ACC a year ago. Ogilvy over to Rubin, tipped, pushed over. More diving attempts from Boston, but a big swing there from the lefty. Sam Hoppus, the sophomore, giving Boston the lead for the first time in this set. Hoppus out of Trophy Club, Texas. Tip attempt from Francis, shut down. Miner over to Rubin, tipped this time, diving with the overpass. Francis, and there's number 23, Julia Haggerty, the senior. right in the way of the Stanford Cardinal. Boston College up by 2. This is a Boston College team that had a thrilling 5-set victory over Cal, lost the first 2 sets 25-21, and then came back, swept things the rest of the way, and maintained the lead most of the time, and they're extending the lead here. Make it 5-2, BC. Haggerty had a match-high 10 blocks against the Golden Bears. Rubin, nice dig there. The Eagles are soaring. Stanford caught the early lead, but now behind and down by 4 here in the first set. Minor. Kurt! Grabbing onto some of that momentum to bring it back to the Cardinal. They're within 3. A good run there with Lambros at the service line. Now it's Harvey's turn. Service error will give that point back to Boston College. Check that, I said that was Kurt. That was actually Harvey. The most recent kill for Stanford. Now Hallie Schroeder at the service line for Boston College. The back set, Francis. She's on the stat line. Sammy Francis bringing the Cardinal back within 3, and Elia Rubin will move to the service line. Rubin was unavailable yesterday against Syracuse, so Harvey actually moved from the right to the left pin. Pretty successful there with 11 kills, her and Kurt. The ace in the books, as that one actually came flying over to me here at the announcer's table. So Rubin off to a good start. And the point to the Cardinal, they're within 1. Elia Rubin trying to make up some of those lost points. Minor to Francis. Roll shot. Kurt. Epar Kurt now in the house. Shut down. Sammy Francis once again. A wall up there with the net. We're all tied up here in the first. Francis had a match-high 6 blocks against Syracuse last night. Also a match-high 12 kills. And Rubin's serve goes long there. The lead back in Boston College's court.
Now serving Boston College, number 23,
Julia Haggerty now will serve, the senior out of Lafayette, California. Kurt. Epar Kurt once again. We're at 8 apiece as Lizzie Andrew will come back on the court and Taylor Yu will come in to serve. Yu had a career high 6 kills, hitting 600 last night. Got a little bit more playing time. Hoping to make up for Rubin's absence. Nice dig there from Lambros. Long. The Cardinal retake the lead once again. Taylor Yu, the freshman out of Temple City, California. Schroeder. Overpass. Rubin again. Hurt. Long. Tied up once more. The Eagles are not going away. Stanford has chipped away to tie it up once again. As head coach Kevin Hambley has a question for the officials. And it looks like there will be a coach's challenge. The ruling on the floor was that that ball was out of bounds, but Stanford believes there may have been a touch by Boston, which would give them the point and help them maintain the lead. So the officials will take a look. I mentioned the run that Boston College went on in that victory over Cal last night. I said it, 25-21, they lost the first two sets. That third set, they really turned it up a notch. They took it 25-17, and they only made one error the entire time compared to Cal's 10 errors. And then 25-19 and 19-17 to close it out. And the call on the court's going to be overturned. There was a touch. The point does go to Stanford. They still maintain the lead. We're looking at 10-8. You. Hurt. Made it hurt. Tack on another one. Stanford with its largest lead of this set. They're up by 3. Stanford team that was picked second in the ACC coaches preseason poll in the conference, just behind #1 overall Pitt, who had an upset against SMU, as that makes it back over. This time gonna register Audrey Ross, the sophomore. Eagles within 2 once again. ACC, 5 ranked teams in the national poll in the top 25. Miami also receiving votes. But interesting standings right now. #1 overall Pitt, as I mentioned, lost to SMU, number 17 currently, last night, an upset. Their first loss. Now one of 2 teams who are 5-1, them and SMU. The service error will put another point in Stanford's column. The Cardinal currently one of 3 teams with that 4-1 ACC record, having been swept by Louisville. Virginia, North Carolina, the other 2. Here's Minor. Cardinal recover. Lizzie Andrew with the block. Cardinal have been doing well as of late with Minor at the service line. Try again. Andrew can do it both. From the block to the kill. Lizzie Andrew all over it. Andrew, just a freshman, standing at 6'5", out of Ridgefield, Washington. Of course, volleyball in her blood. Her sister Alicia, volleyball at Baylor. Her mom, also an athlete. And fencing gold in '95 in the Pan Ams. What a swing by Ross.
Net violation called against Boston College.
The net violation, however, is called against Boston College, so the point goes to Stanford. They are the first to 15, up by 6. A lot of action so far here in the first half of the first set. We'll take the break for the media timeout, and we'll be back in just about 90 seconds.
Well, scan the QR code now for your chance to see your picture on the video board.
As they host Boston College for the second ever meeting between these two teams. In the pink match, you can see pink all along in the stands on the court here on campus at Stanford. Hurt, dug up by Boston College. Andrew times it up nicely. 7-point lead for the Cardinal. A team that was number 5 in the preseason AVCA national poll. They're number 5 currently this week as well. They're a season high number 2 overall, back-to-back weeks in September. Nice dig by Rubin. Minor to Andrew. Ogilvy with the recovery. Harvey finds the 4. Jordan Harvey extends the lead further. Stanford now up by 8. Starting to run away with this one here in the first set. The good luck with Cami Minor at the service line continues. In the corner, answering Audrey Ross. They're double digits now for the Eagles. It's a Boston College team that was picked 15th in the preseason ACC poll. That's out of 18 total teams, including Notre Dame. Their first ACC win in that reverse sweep of Cal. They're 1-4 so far on the season. But Epar Kurt is all over it. She'll serve now after getting the kill.
Epar drops back to serve for Stanford.
The wall! Elia Rubin! Making her presence known in every category so far, has registered an ace, a kill, now a block so far in this match, and a timeout from Boston College as we sit at 19-10, number 5 Stanford ahead of Boston College. Before the last break, the media timeout, Stanford was hitting 273 as a squad. Boston right at 0. Second, they're all second in this match to Epar Kurt's match high 4 kills. Gotta give her credit, especially as she goes to the service line now. We're back from the timeout, still 19-10 as Kurt is at the service line. Kurt, the redshirt freshman out of Istanbul, Turkey. Played in the European Championships back in 2022. Was named the best opposite. Got 3rd place with her team. One of the top 2 scorers as well in the tournament. And an ace right there. Kurt really making her presence known. That is her first ace of the night. Second one overall for Stanford as Elia Rubin had the first. Backed it up with the service error. That'll make it 20-11. Cardinals still with the advantage, but serving now is Brooklyn Yelland for Boston College. Sophomore out of Laguna Beach, California. Making her way back to the West Coast for some ACC action. Her mom actually played volleyball at UC Santa Barbara, so also in her blood as that goes into the net. Cardinal now with a 10-point lead. Elena Ogilvy will step to the line. The Cardinal yesterday hit .326 against Syracuse and held them to negative .029, the lowest that they have held an opponent all season long. It's a free ball opportunity for the Card. Harvey off the block. Yelland. Schroeder off the block. Minor to Francis. Handled. Off the block again. Schroeder. Minor with the dig. Pringle will keep it in. The roll shot in there from Rubin. Like they drew it up. Nice to have Elia Rubin back as it's 22 now. Stanford with double the points. of BC. Schroeder attempted the tip. Another tip attempt. Ogilvy diving. Rubin tools the block. Timeout called once again by Boston College.
11, Stanford 23.
23. And an ace for Elia Rubin thus far. And Elena Ogilvy now. The match high 7 digs at the service line. Schroeder tooled it. A dozen now for Boston College. Schroeder had a team high 16 kills against Cal yesterday. Along with 18 digs, it was her 8th double-double of the season. Lambros to serve. That was read nicely by Boston College. Just long from Harvey. But a touch called on that play. So that makes it set point for the Cardinal. 24-12. Crowd rising on their feet as Harvey to serve. Schroeder, tip. Tip attempt by Rubin. The lefty, once again, Sam Hoppus. She'll tool the block. Boston College not done yet. They sit at 13, and Schroeder will move to the service line. Finance major at the School of Management at Boston College. Played 108 out of 115 total sets last year, but that one into the net, and that will do it. The first set goes to the Cardinal, a decisive 25-13. Leading the charge, tied for a match high in kills, Jordan Harvey and Ipar Kurt with 4 apiece. The Cardinal take the first one. Second set coming up next as they're hitting .353 and holding Boston College to .049. We'll see how things turn out here in set number 2 as we come back in a couple minutes. Set number 2 nearly underway here at Maples Pavilion. Number 5 Stanford took the first set 25-13. As a group hitting .353. Tied for match high, 4 kills apiece. Jordan Harvey and Ipar Kurt. Cami Minor already with double-digit assists in this one as well, and a match high, a little bit just behind that. 5 digs for Hallie Schroeder, and matching the match high for 4 kills is Sam Hoppus. 3 assists apiece for Lambros and Moore. Clean slate here for the second set as Lambros will start off at the service line. Point goes to Boston College to start things off. The Eagles start off by taking the lead here in the second set. They got as high as a 4-point lead in the first set early on. Rubin, nice dig by Yelland. Schroeder off the block, but saved by Ogilvy there. Andrew, Harvey keeps it up. A free ball opportunity here for the Eagles. Haggerty, dug up by Pringle. The tip from Rubin. Finding the corner. Boston College goes up 2-0. Coming out trying to make some adjustments here in set number 2. Again, they hit under 100 as a team in that first set. That serve will go just long to put Stanford on the board. They're now within 1.
And serving for Stanford, number 9,
Helena Ogilvy back at the service line for Stanford. A match high 12 digs, but also an ace last night against Syracuse. Ogilvy to set. Harvey. Back set. The lefty shut down. Francis and Harvey were all over it at the net. Tied up at 2. Pink match, so special for so many ways. During the break, their honorary coach for Stanford tonight, Karen Johnson, who's a cancer survivor, got a shout out. Some special names and phrases on the jerseys of these Stanford team players today to recognize some cancer warriors. Jordan Harvey specifically is wearing the word strong on the back of her jersey to represent Karen Johnson and all she's been through for her fight against cancer. Haggerty attempted the tip, timing a bit off. Too many touches for Boston College gives the 2-point lead to the Cardinal. I mentioned Minor already double-digit assists just after the first set. She was setter of the week in the ACC this past week, her second honor of the season, really of her career since it's the first year in the ACC for Stanford, but she averaged 10.29 assists per set, 2.43 digs, and an ace per set as well, as that serve goes long. And the Eagles back within 1. Hallie Schroeder at the service line. She had 249 kills in her freshman season. Rubin, a kill right there. The 2-point lead back in effect, the side out for the Cardinal.
Now serving for the Cardinal, number 5,
Jordan Harvey to serve. She's just had an excellent sophomore year so far. Played in 13 matches last year. Has been a starter consistently here. As the point there, after tooling the block, will go to Boston College.
Now serving for Boston College, number 16,
Brooklyn Yelland back at the service line for BC. She had a career high 23 digs at Binghamton on September 7th. Francis the tip. Successful! Francis makes it 6-4 as Elia Rubin will go to serve. Melissa Kawa comes in on the court for the Cardinal. Dug up by Rubin. Another dig by Rubin. Park Kurt. Whistle blown. Net violation for Boston College will give that point to the Cardinal. They're now up by 3. Rubin, one of 4 preseason All-ACC honorees on this Stanford team. Kawa gets it up. The joust at the net won by Minor. Recovery by Boston College and into the net. Cardinal now with 8. Rubin and Minor also on the watch list for the inaugural Nike Volleyball Division I Player of the Year list. That service error gives Boston College 5 points. There's 36 people total for that Nike award, representing 21 schools. The winner will be announced December 20th. Jane Petrie in to serve, the senior out of San Diego, California, into the net. For Boston College, the service error makes it 9-5 Cardinal. Jane Petrie, her mother Jennifer is actually the head coach at San Diego. They swept Boston College earlier this year at the LSU Invitational on September 20th, but you saw some nice hugs between mother and daughter, and likely lifelong coach and pupil after the game. Long. Double digits now for the Cardinal. Taylor Yu serving. Yu was a 2023 CIF Southern Section champion in her senior year before coming in to start her collegiate career. That goes wide to give Stanford 11. Timeout on the floor called by Boston College. Cardinal hitting 300 on the dot in this set. Overall in the match, 341. In the negative right now for Boston College for both. Park Kurt and Sam Hoppus tied with that third set included Boston College getting the lead early, but also multiple point runs. They'll need something like that as they find the back corner there. Eagles productive coming out of the timeout. Subbing into serve now for Boston College is Morgan Riddle, grad student out of Parker, Colorado, transfer from Colorado, played 4 years there. Andrew. Stanford saying it was off the touch, but it's called out of bounds. Kevin Hambley, no hesitation, asking for the review. So obviously, certainly landed out of bounds, but the argument is, was there a touch? Immediately, every player on Stanford's side of the court said and motioned that they thought there was a touch. But the call on the court is that Boston College gets the point with that landing out of bounds. The last reviewed play was overturned in favor of Stanford. A very seasoned head coach that they have at the helm. A two-time NCAA champion. He was in back-to-back years too, 2018 and 19, and he was the third head coach to lead women's volleyball here at Stanford to a title, and just the seventh head coach in Division I women's volleyball to have back-to-back national championships. And for Stanford, it was the first head coach to win a national championship in the first 2 seasons on the farm since 2005. A two-time Pac-12 Coach of the Year, also a regional Pacific North Region Coach of the Year 2 times in 2018 and 2022, 5-time Pac-12 champion. A lot of accolades for head coach Kevin Hambley in his 7 seasons and part here of this 8th. It goes along with 13 All-Americans with 26 different awards for that group and 6 academic All-Americans as well, which is no surprise for a school like Stanford, who they might be ranked 5th in the country for women's volleyball, but they're in the top 5 consistently, nationally and even internationally, academically. Boston College also headed up by Jason Kennedy. He's in his 7th season, 109 and 89 overall at Boston College, now 42 and 69 in the ACC play after that first ACC win of the 24 season yesterday. So he became the first Boston College volleyball coach to actually reach 100 wins last year, back in 2023. And of course, this is a BC team that won the championship nationally for the NIVC, and it was the first ever postseason championship for this program, and it included the program's best start of the season with a 10-0 run. Single season record with 24 wins as well, and a new program record with 82 career wins, the fastest coach to reach 50 wins as well. The call on the court there is held up, so the point still resides with Boston College. 7 serving 11. Andrew makes them pay. Another kill in the books for Lizzie Andrew. Stanford now at a dozen. It's Andrew's third kill of the night. Cami Miner to serve. Just hits the top of the net. The service error will give things back over to Boston College at the service line. On the night so far, in terms of service errors, 6 for Stanford, 5 for Boston College, but a couple of aces in Stanford's back pocket as well. Hannah Hoffman in to serve for Boston College. Menlo Park native, right from down the street. Harvey tools the block there to make it 13. Harvey now tied for a match-high 5 kills, along with E. Park Hurt, who's now at the service line. Harvey hitting 500 so far tonight. A dig, a couple of blocks in the books. Big-time impact here already in the first set and a half. Set from Ogilvy to Rubin. Softly and effectively. Elia Rubin with her 4th kill. Well placed. She's hitting .333 on the night so far. E. Park Hurt. Once again. Haggerty, but blocked by Lizzie Andrew and Jordan Harvey. Stanford now the first to 15 here in set number 2, the 7-point lead. They, of course, ended set number 1, 25-13. Schroeder. Stanford again. Brings the roof down. Make it 16-8. Off the block. Ogilvy. Back to Harvey. Finds the floor. Harvey now sits alone at the match high, 6 kills in the books. A timeout called here on the court. We're sitting at 17-18. Number 5 Stanford with the advantage over Boston College here in the second set. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Coming out of the timeout, E. Park Hurt still serving at the line for Stanford. 17 serving 8. Schroeder. Rubin. Tipped and handled. Elia Rubin, her 5th kill. Stanford now leads by 10. In for an ace. E. Park Hurt made it hurt once again. That's her 2nd ace of the night, 3rd overall for Stanford. So 19 serving 8. Big swing there from Harrington. That'll bring them back within 10. Anna Harrington, the junior out of Orlando, Florida. Sophia Lambros, the Fullerton native, back at the service line, majoring in business. Mom also played volleyball at Notre Dame. Stanford football also played earlier today for the Legend Trophy. Decisive win for the Irish. And a decisive point there for the Cardinal. Andrew gets the kill and then gives way for Sammy Francis to re-enter. And a Pringle on the floor as well for the Cardinal as Elena Ogilvie serves. Into the net. Double digits for the Eagles. At the service line now, Sequoia Lane for Boston College. Freshman out of White Plains, New York. Francis. Decisive swing from Audrey Ross. Her 4th kill of the night. Tied for 2nd for the Eagles, along with Hallie Schroeder in overall kills. Ogilvie over to Rubin. Off the block. Beautiful. Pappas and Haggerty building the wall. Eagles now have 12 serving 20. Service error makes it 21 for Stanford.
And serving for Stanford, number 5, Jordan Harvey.
Mention how much of a gauntlet the ACC slate is overall in women's volleyball. Of course, BC already having played number 1 Pitt, number 17 SMU, and now number 5 Stanford today. So 3 of the 5 ranked teams will be in the books. And another kill in the books for Elia Rubin, tied for a match-high 6 kills. After this, they will host number 21 Florida State in Chestnut Hill, and then Miami, a team that is receiving votes in the poll. Out of bounds. Will give the point to Boston College. They host Louisville later on in their slate, does Boston College. As well, number 4 Louisville right now, and number 20 Georgia Tech will be on the road in the second half of their conference season. Yelland. Francis. The overpass. Rubin now off the block. Good attempt there by Amelia Bernal, who's in the game for Boston College. But the point to Stanford, 10-point lead, and Elia Rubin sits alone at the top with a match-high 7 kills, hitting .375. Timing a bit off there for BC. Kurt, off the block. It is set point for Stanford. They won set number 1, 25-13. It's currently 24-13. There was a net violation, by the way, called on Boston College on that last one anyway. Rubin to serve. Slammed the door. Sammy Francis, a decisive kill to end set number 2. Back-to-back 25-13 victories. The Cardinal up 2-0. They hit 440 in that second set, hitting .390 overall. Starting to run away with this one. Will they get their 6th sweep of the season? Boston College knows how to turn it up in the 3rd set. We'll find out in just a bit as we come back Stanford Cardinal thus far have been dominant. Both sets, 25-13, have gone the Cardinals' way. Stanford hitting .390 on the night. And that goes along with several match highs. A match high 7 kills, as well as 8 digs for Elia Rubin. A match high 2 aces and a .750 hitting percentage for Ipar Kurt. And then 20 assists already on the night for Cami Miner. She is averaging 10 per set so far in this one. Extremely close to what she did last week, 10.29 per set to get her setter of the week in the ACC. Serve from Pringle. Schroeder. Softly. Diving. And the point goes to Boston College. Back-to-back sets where they have scored first. Talked about how that third set was so key yesterday against the California Golden Bears. Multiple runs they went on. And they did take the lead first, but they'll tie it up here for Stanford with a service error. In the fourth set against Cal, Boston College had a 12-2 lead that they held through the rest of the time. And then in that fifth set, Cal led first. Boston College tied it 3 times, and they got 4 out of the last 6 points in the game-winning kill from Ross. And right there from Hoppus. She now has 6 kills on the day. That's a team high for Boston College.
Now serving for BC, number 19, Jamie Petrie.
Eagles with the lead 2-1. Jamie Petrie. That's long from Rubin.
Rubin scores it off the BC touch.
But there's a touch there from Boston College, confirmed, tied up at 2. Jordan Harvey now at the service line. Haggerty runs into a wall. Dig by Ogilvy. Rubin tips. Falls in. Cardinal take the lead for the first time in the third set. With that dig, Ogilvy tied for a team high and a match high with Rubin. Could it be another ace? Boston College with the overpass. Well long from Rubin. Tied up again at 3.
Boston College. And serving for BC, number 2, Alan Schroeder.
First time in a positive right now, Boston College. Still very early, but hitting 400 as a team in the third set. Just barely in the positive overall, as that's going to go out of play and register the ace.
Point Boston College.
The first ace of the night for Boston College, and it's Hallie Schroeder. The lead for the Eagles once again. She had 22 aces last year. Kelland. Miner to Rubin, looking for that back corner, but protected by BC. Miner covering some ground. Rubin again. Tools the block. Boston College comes out on top for a 2-point lead. Audrey Ross continuing to make an impact. 5 serving 3. Francis says that one goes right into our table over here. And the point goes to Stanford. They're back within 1. Rubin. Exchanging tips. Off the block that time. Minor with the dump. Handled by the Eagles. This time it's Francis. Cammy to Sammy to get it done and tie it up at 5. The side out for Stanford. Miscommunication, timing off there. A break for the Cardinal as they retake the lead. Coming on the court for Boston College is Lucy Mott, the freshman out of Toledo, Ohio, excuse me. Big time swing right there from Anna Harrington. All tied up at 6 once again, and Julia Haggerty now serving. It's a Boston College team that finished overall 19 and 13 last year, 8th in the ACC as a conference.
Ball out of bounds.
As that goes out of bounds off the touch, and Stanford once again with the lead. Also impressive, of course, talked about the academic prowess of the Stanford Cardinal, but a program record 14 all-academic awards in the ACC last year for Boston College. They broke their previous record, but 14 for context as that service error runs long. In total, 20 players on the roster this year for BC. And they had 14 of those academic award winners last year. Also as a team, 4 times in the last 6 years have they gotten the ABCA Team Academic Award. You have to get at least a 3.3 on the 4-point scale or a 4.1 on the 5-point scale for GPA. Kurt delivers.
To the service line for the Cardinals.
Cammy Minor now to the service line. Last weekend in the 2 matches that Stanford hosted here against Wake Forest and NC State, they hit a combined 344. There's a season high 468 against Wake Forest. Some solid performances as that point goes their way as well. 9 now serving 7. 14 double-doubles on the season as well. 2 of those came last week. Minor had one with assists and digs, and then Rubin had her 4th as well with kills and digs. Both against NC State. Big time swing from Boston College. Back within 1 again. Serve from Riddle. Once again, tooling the block, E. Parker. Cardinal now at double digits. As Kurt will head back to the service line. Kurt and Rubin both with 9 kills apiece to lead this match. Nicely done by Sam Hoppus. She's got a team high 7 kills now for Boston College. Has been the most reliable when it comes to the attack and hitting percentage. She's hitting 500 in this match. Yellens to serve. Minor. To Andrew! Lizzie Andrew makes it 11. For Andrew, that's her 5th kill, hitting .333. 4 blocks on the night, along with Jordan Harvey. Tip at the net, some activity. Stanford gets it over. Schroeder off the block, falls in bounds. Sammy Francis once again. Her 3rd contribution to the blocks column in the stat sheet. Francis, one you can count on, stands at 6'6" for this Stanford team.
The previous play is under review.
Had a match-high 6 blocks, as I mentioned earlier, against Syracuse. There is going to be a review on that last play to see if there was a touch. So the officials will take another look at that one. And if we look at where we're at so far in this match, the first set that Boston College has been in the positive, hitting .222 as a group. Stanford hitting .538, .417 overall in this match. Again, we said the season high .468 against against Wake Forest last week was a big deal. They're currently on track to potentially match that if they stay on this trajectory. Ipar Kurt herself with a match high .818 hitting percentage. 5 Cardinal players with at least 5 kills on the evening as well. Elia Rubin and Ipar Kurt both with a match high 9. Jordan Harvey behind with 6, and then 5 apiece for Lizzie Andrew and Sammy Francis. 3 on the other side for Boston College. Sam Hoppus with team high 7 kills. Hallie Schroeder right behind her with 6, and Audrey Ross now with 5 as well. Hoppus hitting .455, by the way, for this group. One of just a handful hitting in the positive right now for the Eagles. Coming into the weekend, Schroeder far and away was leading with 209 kills this year, 20 aces, and 241 overall points. Lambros with 261 assists. Yelland leading with 153 digs. Then Haggerty, 358 hitting percentage overall on the season, along with 114 blocks. And she's the only one that had 100+ blocks, triple digits nationally coming into this one, and 24 solo. That's coming into the weekend, not even including what she's done against Cal and Stanford so far. And coming into the weekend, had a national high 2.07 blocks per set. The only one to have at least 2 blocks per set in the nation. Last time that happened, it was an NCAA record, and it was Nebraska's Melissa Elmer back in 2005, and she ended with 2.17. The previous play was confirmed. The point stays with Stanford. We stay at 12-9. Elena Ogilvie stays at the service line. The 20 players on this Boston College roster, as I mentioned, 8 of them from California, so somewhat of a homecoming for nearly half of this team to come out to the West Coast for some ACC action. Haggerty, Harvey, in there. Boston College gets another thanks to Sam Hoppus. Her 8th kill of the night. Now coming in to serve for the Eagles is Lucy Mott. It's long. Cardinal once again with the 3-point lead as Harvey will go back to serve.
Now serving for Stanford, number 5, Jordan Harvey.
Cardinal now on the tail end of their 4-match homestand in ACC play after NC State and Wake Forest last week. Ace in the books there for Harvey. her first of the night, the 4th, though, for the Cardinal overall. Back-to-back, Jordan Harvey.
Immediate timeout on the floor with a set 3 score.
She'll join Kurt
Stanford 15.
with 2 apiece so far in this match. 5 total for the Cardinal. They're the first to 15. They're up by 5. We'll take a quick break during the timeout and be back in just a moment. On the uniforms. The Boston College also wearing pink shoes all month long for breast cancer awareness. Also a video on social media if you haven't seen it. There are 10 different players on the Boston College team who have been touched by cancer in some way, shape, or form with people close to them. And they talk about who they're playing for. Really special. Harvey starts things off, coming out of the timeout. Schroeder. Haggerty. Francis and Minor bumped into each other there, but they recovered. Rubin. Shut down! Haggerty. Harrington on top of it. 11 to serve 15 as Boston College staying in this one. Schroeder to serve. Out of bounds once again for Stanford, 16 to 11. Boston College went undefeated at their invitational to open up the season. They swept Texas Tech in Iona. And they won 3-1 against Eastern Kentucky. 7-5 overall in the preseason record. Big swing by Francis, even bigger dig by Mott. Kurt, tip, pancake. Eagles survive. Minor, off the block that time. This time over to Kurt. Stuffed! Haggerty Harrington holding it down on that side of the net. A dozen now in the column for Boston College. They now have 4 blocks overall in the match as a team to Stanford's 7. Blocking a strength, really, for Boston College. Haggerty with 438 coming into this as Epar Kurt adds another one. 438 put her at number 3 overall in the program record books. She was so close to taking that number 2 spot from Kristen Roberts from back in '95. It was 451. Whistle blown.
Net violation called against Stanford's 11-point BC.
Remember, Haggerty now, after that Cal match, 48 total blocks.
Sophia Lambros.
And now just did it in this match. Wanted to confirm, but she sits at 452, has now taken the number 2 spot overall in the record books. But Epar Kurt reminding everyone who's winning this one here in the 3rd set.
Stanford number 2, Katie Minor.
So Haggerty now just 9 away from that overall record, tying it for career blocks. She's on pace to be the potentially the first Boston College player to reach 500 in her career. But right there, Audrey Ross with 6 kills on the night. So far, a bit better of a performance. Boston College now has already surpassed their point total from the first 2 sets. They dropped them both 25-13. 14 now serving 18. Big time from Jordan Harvey. What a swing from the sophomore. 7 kills. Ipar Kurt at the line. Match high 11 kills for her, the only one in double digits so far. And let's make it another ace while we're at it. That is her 3rd of the night. 6th overall for the Cardinal. That'll lead to a timeout called by Boston College. Number 5, Stanford up 20-14 over the Eagles as we head to the end of the 3rd set. We'll take a quick break, be back in a moment.
All right, fans, at this time, we'd like those of you with the biggest muscles to get up on your feet for the Stanford
6. Lizzie Andrew. Elia Rubin right next to her. 21-14 now with Stanford in the advantage. It's tied for a match high 5 blocks for Andrew alongside Harvey. What a swing from Hoppus. Her 9th kill. She's 1 away from double digits. Hitting .429 tonight with a couple of digs and a block. Brooklyn Yelland again to serve. Rubin finds it. Elia Rubin, double digits. It's like she heard me. 10 kills now on the night. Her and Kurt, the 2 that have hit that double-digit mark. Side out gives a serve to Elena Ogilvy. Haggerty somehow dug up by Ogilvy. Harvey stuffed. Haggerty. Schroeder right next to her to give her that high 5. Haggerty inching ever closer to that overall record for career blocks at Boston College. Add another one to the tally. Julia Haggerty just won't quit. She's now with a match high 6 blocks. Stanford will now respond to make it 23-17. 454 career blocks for Julia Haggerty. 7 away from tying that program record. Gets the kill there, though.
Point Boston College.
That's her 2nd of the day.
Boston College, number 2, Alex Schroeder.
Boston College still in this, 18 to serve 23. That's Hallie Schroeder, who does have 1 ace on the night. Over to Rubin. Mott. Overpass. Haggerty slams it down. Julia Haggerty. Nice to meet ya. Her third kill. Ruben responds. It is now match point for the Cardinals. A 24-19 lead here in the third set. 5 sweeps in the books for Stanford so far this season. Just 24 hours ago, that 5th one against Syracuse. Mott. Haggerty dug up by Ogilvy. Here's Kurt, attempts the tip, and that'll do it! Ipar Kurt, it's only poetic. A match-high 12 kills on that last one, the exclamation point to get Stanford its 6th sweep of the season. They take set 3, 25-19, a decisive victory, an excellent homestand for the Cardinals. They go undefeated their last 4 matches here at Maples Pavilion in ACC play. They improved to 5-1 in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Boston College will drop to 1-5 so far this season. They're 8-10 overall. Stanford 13-2 overall. What a performance. The Cardinal hitting .367 overall. A low of .078 for Boston overall, but an improvement there in the third set, something to build on for the Eagles as they hit .235 as a squad compared to being in the negative earlier on in the match. A match high 12 kills for Kurt, as well as .688 hitting percentage. And then give some credit to Elena Ogilvy for her 14 digs, also a match high. And those 3 service aces, for Ipar Kurt. What a performance. So the Cardinal running away here, and they will do it. They will match up again back here at Stanford on Friday, October 25th against Cal. They're going back-to-back to play against them in Berkeley and then coming back here to Maples. The 91st win here at Maples tonight. A 91-12 record overall underneath the tutelage of Kevin Hambley. On behalf of everybody and our entire crew, thank you for joining us here tonight on this Saturday showdown. Again, Stanford sweeps Boston College for their 13th win of the season and their 5th in the ACC. I'm Jenna Becerra saying so long. We'll catch you next time.